Something big is happening in the United States and it may affect many international students, including thousands of Indians. Harvard University, one of the world's top universities, has just lost the right to allow international students to study over there. Shocking, right? This particular decision was made by the Trump administration and it's already creating a lot of panic among thousands of international students. So let's break it down step by step. First question, what exactly happened? So, the US Department of Homeland Security told Harvard that it can no longer host international students. This particular decision means that about 6,800 international students studying at Harvard right now, including 788 students from India, could lose their legal status in the US if they don't transfer to another university or if this particular decision isn't reversed. This move affects thousands of students who are already studying and also those who are planning to join Harvard in near future. You know what it's like? It's like suddenly pulling the rug from under students who worked really hard for years to get into Harvard and move to America for their studies. Second question, why is this such a big deal? You might know that Harvard is a very popular university for international students. In fact, about 27% of all Harvard students are from other countries. That's more than 1 out of every 4 students. Most of them are graduate students, people doing their masters, PhD, or even advanced research. For Indian students, Harvard is a dream. Every year, around 500 to 800 Indian students and scholars enroll over there. Many spend years of preparing for exams, writing essays, and applying for visas just to study at Harvard. Now, with this new decision, all of them could force to leave the US until and unless they find another school that accepts international students, but that should be really fast. Third question, what happens to students already studying at Harvard? Now, if a student has already finished their studies and it's graduating in 2025, they are safe. They will still get their degrees. But those who are still in the middle of their courses, like students in their first, second, or third year, they might need to transfer to another university quickly if they want to stay in the US legally. Let me tell you, that's not easy. Transferring isn't simple, specifically when visas, credits, and official approvals are involved over there. The last question, what about the new students who were admitted? This is even sadder. Students who were supposed to start their classes in fall 2025 will not be allowed to join Harvard anymore. Unless something changes, like a court decision or if the government takes back its order, these students must either cancel their plans or try to find another university in a hurry. Some of these students had already paid their tuition deposits, booked their housing, and even bought flight tickets, all for that uncertainty. But you know why Trump is doing this? According to the US official, Harvard has failed to meet certain demands. The Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, wrote a letter to Harvard giving them 72 hours to hand over certain information. The government wants Harvard to submit videos and audio recording of student protesters on campuses, specifically those who are supporting Palestine. They also want information about how the university has disciplined international students involved in these protests. Though let me tell you, Harvard has refused to give any information which is private to the government, saying that it was against student privacy and freedom of speech. Well, that's when the government decided to take action by cancelling Harvard's right to enroll international students through the Student and Exchange Visitor Program. You know, something is happening between Trump and Harvard, but it's not really uncommon. This isn't the very first time when the Trump team and Harvard have clashed. Do you remember earlier this particular year, the Trump administration told colleges to stop supporting diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, policies that aim to support students of different race, religions, and backgrounds. But Harvard again refused. After that, the US government agencies like National Institute of Health stopped giving research grants to Harvard. This hurt many professors and students who depend on that particular money to do their work in science, medicine, and technology. Now, with the latest move, the situation is even worse. The US government has accused Howard of supporting violence and anti Semitism and even working with the Chinese Communist Party, claims that Howard has strongly denied. Now, Howard has said that it is trying to support affected students and is working with the lawyers. It has already filed a case in the court asking a judge to stop the government from going through with this cancellation. But there is also possibility that the US Supreme Court could step in. Now, if the court says that the government acted unfairly, the decision could be cancelled. In the meantime, immigration experts are advising international students, specifically those at Harvard, to talk to the lawyer immediately, keep all immigration papers ready, look for other universities that can accept transfer students quickly, and be prepared for delays or sudden changes in their student status. Well, Indian students should be worried. They make up a large number of international students in the US. If we talk about data, then in 2023, over 2.6 lakh Indian students were studying in American universities. Many were on F1 visas, which are tied to the universities that they attend. If their university loses permission to host international students, the visa becomes invalid too, unless the student transfers. This new rule doesn't just affect Harvard, it could set an example for other universities as well, which is really dangerous. If more colleges face pressure like this, international students may begin to feel unsafe or unwanted in the US even more, even after spending lakhs of rupees and years preparing to study over there. For now, the future of almost 7,000 international students at Harvard is uncertain, and nearly 800 Indian students are caught in this crisis. Whether the court steps in or Harvard finds a way to meet the government's demand, time is running out. It's a wake-up call for students, parents, and education consultants across the world. Immigration policy in the US can change fast and sometimes without any warning.